Hello and welcome to another video, and this was not the video I was planning to make right now. I'm currently in the process of working on making a review video for the Switch 2 hardware, which I really hope to have out in the next couple of days, but I would be amiss if I did not make a video and comment on everything that's gone on with Xbox today. There's actually been a lot of crazy news today. Today's been a really crazy news day for games. No, we got to talk about Microsoft because this is literally, like, to me, I've made other videos. I've said, like, this is, I think one of the comments I made recently was something to the effect of, like, it's now or never, like, this is the last shot or something like this. It's over. Like, there's no better way for me to say it today, but it is over for this brand. And I'm going to get a little real in this video, and I'm going to get kind of pissy about it because I think it's fair and it's warranted. A lot of Xbox fans, a lot of gamers are really pissed today, and rightfully so. So let's go ahead and dive into what's going on today. So I'm just going to take this right from IGN. Microsoft, this was rumored for the last week. We've kind of known for the last week and a half that this was coming, that there were going to be more significant layoffs. I believe this is the sixth time every quarter, every new quarter for the last 6 quarters, so a year and a half, 18 months, Microsoft has had massive layoffs, and this is probably one of the biggest ones. Microsoft has made significant layoffs across gaming division. Xbox boss Phil Spencer confirms in memo to staff. He said this really unfortunate phrase here: "We must make the choices now for continued success in future years." That's bad, dude. We'll see. I'm going to go through here. I want to see if this article updated. I don't think this article updated like everything that was affected. So we're going to go through it because there's a lot of fucking things that were affected by this. As you can see on the side of the screen here, like Perfect Dark has been canceled. That's one of the biggest downfalls of this entire thing. So to go over it here, the gaming layoffs come as part of an eye-watering round of cuts across Microsoft that amount to 4%, or roughly 9,100 employees losing their jobs. Microsoft has over 228,000 employees worldwide. This is the memo that he put out. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's whatever, but one of the things that that somebody pointed out that I think is a good thing to point out is there's a part of here where he essentially circle jerks himself on, it's so great that I was able to buy all these fucking studios, but unfortunately we have to lay off people. It's ridiculous. But let's talk about some of the bigger things that were hit here. I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone here because I have a good tweet that really summarizes everything that's going on here. So this is what happened today. These are the things that were closed. The Initiative is no longer a studio, with Perfect Dark being canceled. ZeniMax Europe, massive layoffs. That MMO that they were talking about, they were working on, that would be in addition to ESO, canceled. Rare, insane massive layoffs, gutted nearly like a good chunk of the studio. Everwild has been canceled. Turn 10, the people that make Forza, who, I think somebody pointed out on Twitter too, have never put out a bad game. Everything they've put out has been great. I'm just personally not a fan of that type of racing, but I get it. 50% of their staff has been fired. Raven Software, so one of the Call of Duty teams, fired. All of this is part of the layoffs today. All of this. And it's fucking wild and crazy, and just once again goes to prove the point that I've said for a while, which is the Activision Blizzard deal is what killed Microsoft. It killed this entire thing. For a while I like to say on this channel that, Microsoft, the platform war is over, Microsoft won the war. No, they actually lost the war today. I'd like to retract that statement. They have lost this battle. And the reason I say that is because laying all of this off, we've now proven a multitude of things, right? Game Pass is not substantial enough to make a dent. It is failing. We have proven today that these studios are given way too much lead time and these projects and games are not coming to fruition. I mean, look at Perfect Dark. That's been in development for years. Look at Everwild. That's been in development even longer. And we're just cutting these projects. I'm not going to say it's true here because it's part of the rumor mill. But one of the things going around today is that all of the footage you saw last E3 time at the Xbox showcase of when they showed off Perfect Dark was all fake. That it all was fabricated and made up as an illusion just to show that, oh, hey, we're really working on this game. But there was not actually anything playable in that entire footage that they showed. I mean, that was the most talked about thing last year at their showcase was Perfect Dark Zero. And to come back on that now and be like, nah, man, that was fake. And also it's canceled is wild to me. I've said it before on the channel, like beginning of 2024, I made the decision to no longer buy physical games for the Series X. Beginning of this year, I made the decision not to buy any more games, period, for the system because it really just kind of seemed like it was going that way. But today has 100% confirmed, like, this brand is dead. I don't care what anybody says. I know there's going to be all the shills out there, all the Xbox, centric channels that are going to try and spin this in any positive way they possibly can. But let's face the facts and what's presented in front of us. This brand, as you know it, is dead. The only kind of future they have at this point is going third party, is putting these games out on PlayStation, which has already been successful. That's already been proven successful. And I'll tell you right now, when Gears Reloaded hits in August on the PS5, it'll be a #1 seller. It's going to be one of the best selling games of the year. Just because of the nostalgia of the game and because of the fact that, once again, hey, isn't it wacky? I'm playing an Xbox exclusive on a PlayStation. That's just going to keep happening. It also just 100% negates everything Phil Spencer came out and said last year of like, hey, next year we're going to celebrate 25 years of Microsoft. We're going to celebrate 25 years of the brand. We're going to launch Halo, Gears E-Day, a new Forza, and Fable, all within the calendar year of 2026. I said it at the time I reviewed that terrible fucking showcase. It's not going to happen. I'm going to double and triple down it right now. It will not happen. How are you even going to launch a Forza game when you just gutted that team? Unless that is a Forza Horizon game. And I kind of highly doubt that too, because Playground, the people that make that game, are too busy making Fable, which still hasn't come to fruition. That's why you haven't seen a new Forza Horizon game in a couple of years, because they're fucking making Fable. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. And the thing that kills me the most about all this is this generation, hardware-wise, and I'll be straight up honest with this, I've enjoyed playing the Xbox more than I have enjoyed playing my PlayStation 5. I think it's just a better experience. Overall, hardware-wise, I think the UI I've enjoyed more than the PlayStation 5 UI. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. I've pretty much switched in the last couple months to just playing games exclusively on the PlayStation, or now the Switch 2 now that I have one. I haven't really touched anything Xbox related unless it's been on my PC through Game Pass or something like that. I played Doom: The Dark Ages on the Xbox. I played through the entire game. Really enjoyed it. Great game. I think I didn't get a chance around to reviewing it, but if I would probably give that game about an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed my time with it. That being said, it made me sad when I was playing the game because I really enjoyed my time playing it on the Xbox, but then I thought to myself, like, what more is this machine at this point than a Game Pass machine that just plays games that you're technically renting, And again, with digital purchases, those are great, and those will carry over to whatever the next Xbox is, but then you have to ask yourself, who is going to buy another Xbox system? Who is going to buy hardware from this company at this point? There's no reason to. Especially if you're going to tell me that the next Xbox is going to have multiple storefronts on it. It's going to have, it's going to be modular, which means it's going to be PC-like. At that point, I'll just build a new PC. I'm already planning on doing it next year, so I might as well just use that PC to play Xbox games. So thus again, negating the whole point of having a console. I can't stress enough how disastrous this generation has been for Microsoft. We talk all the time about, oh man, 2013, Don Matrick, took a shotgun blast to the face when he basically destroyed this company. He definitely set the groundwork, but I think most of the fingers today need to be pointed at Phil Spencer. If you look at everything that is happening right now with Microsoft, and you look at everything that is happening with the Xbox division, all of these massive layoffs, I still think there would be layoffs because unfortunately that's just the nature of the beast in gaming in 2025. I don't think it would be as massive if ABK never went through. And that's the biggest thing. I can look at this whole thing and say that is the biggest linchpin in this entire argument and this entire thing. If that never went through, I don't think you would have seen this dramatic shift in Microsoft's strategy where they can't even come out and tell you with a straight face what the strategy is because they're just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks right now, which is, oh, hey guys, we can just sell all these games over on the competitor's platform and we're going to make a shit ton more money, but we don't want to just tell people that outright because then they're not going to believe in our brand anymore. So let's just go out there and say that, hey, we're still going to make hardware, we're going to make a system, but you don't need any of that shit. You can just fucking buy the competitor's box and play our games there. That's a terrible fucking idea, and it has been a terrible idea this entire time. In fact, if you even go back, you can start to go back and look at how Phil Spencer has been two-faced this entire time, this entire generation. Look at comments he made back in 2020 when this system came out. We're specifically stating, it started with, hey, we're looking to have great exclusive games and exclusive experiences for this platform. This was at the time when the Xbox Series X launched and there was no exclusives for the game on day one. I can't stress enough once again, Microsoft launched a new system without any exclusives. Day one. Everything was either an upgrade from an Xbox One game or third party. That narrative then shifted in 2021 to, well, exclusive games are going to be wherever Game Pass is available. That narrative then shifted in 2023 into 2024 with, well, we're thinking about, taking the wall garden down, maybe putting some games out over there. And then there was a back and forth when we get to 2024. Well, it's just going to be these 4 games. We're just going to only put these 4 games out. There's not a situation which I see everything that's going to come over. It's just going to be these 4 games. And then we get to, 2025. Oh, hey, fuck guys. It's everything. It's literally everything. This brand is dead. It's beyond fucking cooked right now. And anybody that fails to see that, I'm sorry. Like you are fooling yourself into not seeing that. And I cannot wait to see the shills. I'm not going to mention names, but I know you know who they are. You know who these people are, the brand ambassadors, the people that get the review codes, the people that run Xbox-centric channels that are going to come out and they're going to try to tell you, no, guys, this isn't the death of brand. This is just some new way of how they're going to do things. This is the new Xbox. This is the new way that they're going to do it, and everything's okay. Everything's good. That's how they're going to treat this. But the reality of the situation is that this brand has never been more dead than it is right now. And it's really a fucking shame. I love the Xbox. The 360 generation, even if you're somebody out there that's watching this video and you did not grow up at a time where you had an Xbox 360, maybe your first generation was the Xbox One PS4 generation. The Xbox 360 generation was a golden time for video games. They kind of really honestly stole the flag from Sony for an entire generation. And, well, PlayStation 3 did do well in other markets that were, especially like Europe and Japan and Asia and stuff like that. In North America, it was all about the Xbox 360. Everybody fucking had one. Everyone you knew had one. It'd be rare to find somebody that was like, I only play on PS3, bro. Like, it was that rare. And it was a beautiful time for games. And it's just insane to see that now. 2 generations later, like this brand is, I keep using the term circling the drain. That's over. It's down the drain, man. Today proved that this brand is down the drain. It's over. I can't stress that enough. And it's sad. I love the Xbox. I've been there for 20 of the 25 years. we'll say 21, because I did have an original Xbox the last year or so it was out. Whenever Halo 2 came out, actually I should say whenever the original Fable came out, that's when I bought an Xbox. That would have been like September of 2004. So I've been there for well over 21 years, and I've built up, a pretty large profile, a pretty large digital library of games for the Xbox, and a lot of purchases. I mean, even going down to stuff like DLC, like I have thousands and thousands of dollars of purchases for Rock Band DLC alone. And just to see that all kind of just go away. And I know people are going to look at the other side of this and be like, nothing's going away, dude. Like they haven't announced anything. It's like, it doesn't matter. This is over. Like, it's dead. It's done. It's cooked. They're not going to recover from this. Like this, we've had 6 quarters with 6 different rounds of layoffs, each one getting worse. This is by far the worst one that they've had, and it's not going to get any better. And a new generation of Xbox hardware is not going to fix anything at all. This is crazy. I cannot stress enough how crazy this all is. And I have spent, like I said, the last couple of months pretty much primarily playing PS5 Pro, which I never did. I'll say that. I also never did a video on the differences or like my thoughts on the PS5 Pro. I've said it many times in the podcast. I'll say it here. It's not worth the money. In my honest opinion, I haven't seen enough to say, yeah, I need to spend extra money. Dragon's Dogma 2 runs as intended on a PS5 Pro, but you need to spend $700 to $800. That would include the disc drive if you need one like me to get that experience. Probably not. There's been a couple other games that like, yeah, that's pretty good too. That's it. Like it just hasn't done anything. Recently, my best friend, I let him borrow my other PS5 because he wanted to play Death Stranding, and we've been having this conversation for months of like, should you buy a PS5 or a PS5 Pro? And I've said every time, I can't imagine buying a PS5 Pro even for this game. And it's not worth it. So it's not like, hey, everything is sunshine and rainbows on the other side of the fence with Sony either. But at least they're putting out games. At least they're producing stuff. And at least people are playing stuff and having a good time with it without this impending doom of like, hey, you're going to wake up one day and it's all pretty much over. And that's kind of how things went today. So in my honest opinion this was kind of like the final nail in the coffin. It's done. We're kind of moving on. They nuked themselves. So, yeah, it's going to be a harsh video to put out. And again, my thoughts go out to the people that were laid off. It's never a good thing to get laid off. I mean, I personally, in the past, I've been laid off from work before as well. I understand that and I sympathize. I'm not sitting here trying to say, oh, your job is meaningless or anything like that. That's not the point of this video. It sucks. It sucks, especially in that industry. It's bad. It's trash. But so hopefully, those people that are laid off today will land on their feet. They'll get new jobs either in the industry or maybe you leave the industry and go do something else. But I'd love to know in the comments below, man, like what do you feel about Microsoft? Are you moving on from it? Is it over for you? Is it done? Are you for some reason going to still stick around and use it? Like I'll even throw this out there is like, I've had Game Pass paid off since October of 2022. It was the last time I was able to do one of those deals where I could max it out and get like the full return value until they kind of closed that loophole. And now we're coming up on, I still predict by the end of this year, you're paying $25 a year for Game Pass. I'm honestly surprised they haven't announced that yet. So, but I still feel like that's coming. Up until today, I was still planning on like, yeah, I'm going to renew it. And I'll probably renew it for like 6 months and then try to find a deal. After today, man, I don't know. I really don't know. Perfect Dark, I'll be honest, it's kind of funny. We can laugh about it and joke about it. that was one of the games I was most excited about. Like, even though I knew that it was probably at least another 2 years away, I was still had the hope and the faith of like, man, that game looked kick ass. And to find out like, oh, a lot of that footage was probably not real, and also the project's dead, has kind of just sucked all the wind out of any hope I had left for this brand. So, but again, love to know in the comments below, what do you think about Microsoft, this whole deal? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, till next time.